Y'all they saying Quinta lying good like scissor. Cause how you ain't know no white people? You was married to one, friend. You guys already know Quinta from Abbott Elementary. And BuzzFeed if you old like me. Well, she recently sat down with Amy Poehler to discuss how she really doesn't know white people outside of comedians.
Can we?
That's not okay.
Are you aware that
Yes,
Bon
I know
Jovi
that.
is? Okay.
I don't know white people. I know you. I know Tina Fey. I know. That's it. I know white people in comedy. Okay?
You don't need to know.
You feel me?
You don't need to know.
I'm like the one black girl. I just don't know some people. I understand the name Phil Collins. I don't know what Phil Collins looks like. I don't know that he's different from.
Sorry to that man.
That Kiki moment,
unbelievable,
was so on point. That is how I move through life. If they're not in comedy, truly,
yeah,
I don't know.
I actually think that's also a wonderful way, like almost a gentle form of rebellion, which is, yes. I have to say, my generation was told that we had to know a lot of these people.
For sure.
And now we don't really need to know them. It's okay.
It's okay. And also, you were working in pop culture too. I mean, SNL is still essentially working in pop culture. You have to know, I don't have a reason to know who. I'm not crazy. It's crazy to be in a band called John. Is he John Bon Jovi? Is the band?
As soon as I saw this comment, I was cracking up. Now somebody said she up there with SZA the way she told a bold-faced lie. Gotta respect it. Another person referring to her divorce said he, meaning the ex-husband, might have peed her off so bad that she had to forget. She had to forget them, like a spotless mind just severed from whites as a concept. But obviously this was a comedic take. Like, she knows white people. She may not know them as in her interpersonal circle, but she most certainly knows them. And somebody actually breaks that down. They said she meant famous or influential white people like Phil Collins or John Bon Jovi. She's referring to the fact that she has a limited set of acquaintances, people she knows in her personal life who happen to be famous or influential. And I don't blame her because, girl, I don't be knowing half the people I talk about either.
Miss Quinta, man. Oh, man. Hey, listen, I love her in Abbott Elementary just because I sit here, I'll be watching this stuff with my girlfriend. And then on top of that, we already know, and I forgot the brother's name, but the dude from Everybody Hate Chris, that's the main reason why I even watch it, man. He is a funny dude, man. You know, and just nostalgia, right? The fact that I grew up on this guy, watch Everybody Hate Chris, man. He is a good actor, right? But you got Miss Quinta Bronson, however you say her last name. She's in the news because, of course, she just got divorced from her man. But as you saw in the earlier part of the video, you have her saying that, hey, well, listen, I don't know who these white tea people are. I don't know who this, I don't know who that. And you have a sister who jumps on here and pretty much expose this BS, expose this type of camouflage, chameleon type of behavior, right? Changing colors, right? You're saying, you think you're pro-black, but yet you're dealing with a YT man. And now, supposedly, she's getting divorced. And I'm pretty sure Serena Williams, she's going to be right down that. She's going to be in that lane as well. But got a sister who is just upset because she's just like, man, a lot of y'all are just faking it.
Okay. I don't know white people. I know you. I know Tina Fey. I know. That's it. I know white people in comedy. Okay?
You don't need to know.
You feel me?
You don't need to know.
Every black woman that I know that's down with this world, they do this shit right here. It's performative ass shit, bro. Shut the fuck up. Quinta, this is your husband. You literally married the whitest man on earth. I don't know. I don't know white people. Like, shut up. Like, you literally could have just said you don't know who that person is. You could have said, I just don't know who that man is. If you was a real bitch, you would have said, I mean, despite me being married to the whitest man on earth, I actually don't know who white people are like that. I don't really keep up with white people like that. That would have been funny. That would have been some real shit. You knew you couldn't say some shit like this to a black person because if you would have said some shit like this to me, my black ass would have been like, girl, aren't you married to a white man? Isn't this your white ass husband? What the fuck you talking about? You don't know white people like that. Girl, shut the fuck up. Stop. It's performative. It's so performative. I don't care. Like, I notice this with a lot of black women. A lot of black women, y'all overcompensate when you're married to white men. Hey, how you doing, Candace Dillard? Go out your way to put on this performance and act like you're so down for the black community. And you go and it's very performative. It is so fucking unnecessary. And that not only that, it's also not believable. You really were so fucking pro pro-black and you lived in this black ass bubble, you would not be married to this white ass man. I'm sorry. Like, people who are really, really, really in tune with their blackness don't marry white men. It's okay. Like, I swear, when a black man gets a white woman, he makes his whole personality surrounding and centered and based on the fact that he has a white woman. But when a black woman gets with a white man, she will literally start foaming at the fucking mouth, trying to prove to herself that she's still down for the black community and she's still pro-black, all while being married to a white fucking man. Be so fucking for real. Like, at least with black men, they know they ain't shit. They've accepted that they are a disgrace to our ancestors, and it is what it is. Go and take that white woman and they're gone and get the fuck out of our face, and we don't have to hear from them. But with black women, it's a completely different story. Y'all really be trying to talk this black. Y'all go out of your way to talk about this blackity black ass shit while ignoring the white ass elephant in the room, and it's fucking cringy as fuck. I'm sorry, I don't like it, and I don't respect it.
So I definitely agree. I mean, once again, I definitely agree with her where she's saying that, man, a lot of these people, a lot of these women, right, who claim pro-black, right, they are just pretty much hypocrites, right? They're pretty much hypocrites. You jumping on this panel acting like you don't know who this person is, right? I mean, as if you're not tapped into the industry, as if you're not dating a man who is tapped into the industry, right? And I once again, I get it, because she has her little Abbott Elementary show and it's geared towards black people, it's geared towards the black audience, and she's doing excellent with this show. And I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of happy that she did get out of that relationship, even though she's a statistic now, but I'm glad she did get out of the relationship. Deal with your kind, deal with your own. Now, I know your woman gonna say, well, you don't say that about your black man. Well, y'all sisters got to change. A lot of sisters, not all of them, but a lot of sisters, man, are in the gutter. A lot of our sisters have a very, very piss poor mindset. And you don't believe me? Look at this sister who had something to say about them divorcing.
Was not expecting this announcement after last night's Abbott episode, but Quinta just filed for divorce, guys. Y'all know I hate TMZ, but they're the ones to report it, and they have the hands on the court documents. You know they're camped out at every metropolitan city courthouse. I saw this in my group chat and like the little notifications. I thought she was announced to do another movie because, you know, it's her next to a white man, and so I thought, oh, okay, she's booked for another movie. Turns out, homegirl getting divorced. Quinta and her soon-to-be ex-husband, Kevin Anik, got engaged in July 2020, and then they got married in 2021. Last couple of years, y'all were acting surprised that she got a white husband. Now, my girl does have a post-nup agreement, and their assets will be split evenly. Thank goodness. Thinking back at it, I'm surprised rumors didn't start when he wasn't popping up during award season with her, because that's the only time we see him. Honestly, we should have known when he wasn't at the Super Bowl with her, because y'all know she left the Eagles down. The reasons cited in the divorce are irreconcilable differences. Honestly, I feel like people are going to drum up the whole, oh, her success was too much for him. His job is listed as a sales manager. I don't know where exactly. Hope our girl's okay. I know the brothers are excited that she's back on the market. Y'all are acting up on Twitter already. Let me know what y'all think in the
Now, y'all see where she brings up the point that, hey, well, did he take anything? Like, I mean, she signed a prenuptial agreement, so there's going to be split down the middle. So nobody's going to have to be taking this and taking that. Whenever a woman is initiating the divorce, we're always saying, oh, did you sign a prenup? Oh, okay. When a woman is a breadwinner, did you sign that prenup? Oh, okay. We need to make sure we got to make sure that man ain't taking nothing from you. But then when it's the other way around, let's just say if the man was divorcing this woman, you know, prenuptial agreement was signed, or if they did have a prenuptial agreement, right? What do you think the sisters would be saying then? Oh, well, you know what? I think she definitely deserves something. They either won't say anything at all, or they will say, hey, man, listen, she deserves something. She deserves something. And I'm just simply saying a lot of these sisters are dating outside of their race for bad intentions. Do I think she's dating outside of her race for the wrong intentions? To some degree, I would definitely say so. I would say so. And it's just off the looks of it. Because why now all of a sudden you're divorcing? Your whole point of being married, your whole point of getting married is to be in a relationship long term. I mean, how long were these people in a relationship? They weren't even in a relationship for that long. They weren't even married for that long. So between 2020 and 2022, they got married, because I believe she was engaged by 2020, right? Now, once again, you are a statistic. That's the only bad thing about it, right? But yeah, you know what? Hey, you said, you know what? I'm going to remove myself from so-and-so. And I feel like, you know, hey, she's getting a lot of hype from the show. She's like, let me go ahead and go back to my black crowd. Now, I definitely think she can still do it. I definitely think, you know, hey, man, there's a black man out there. There's a good black man out there for her that can definitely, you know, take her on up, right? Take her on up. But I feel like this is another sister who dated a man outside of her race for the wrong intentions. That's what a lot of your sisters do. Prime example, Serena Williams. Now, by the way, anytime a sister dates outside of the race, you go look into the shade room, all your sisters encourages it. Oh my gosh, we love you, sis. Oh my gosh, we want to be like you. We want how we get the sauce like you. How are we able to just freaking be leeches like you? How can we just sit over here and just leech off a man like you? But if a man dates outside of his race, a black man dates outside of his race, which most of your black men date outside of your race for a legitimate reason, right? Because they look, that's the sad thing about it. They're looking for a partner. They're looking for a partner, man, that complements them versus a black woman dating outside of her race, generally speaking, because, hey, well, you know what, status. Hey, because, you know, we just want to shit on men and we looking to be a leech. You know, like I said, man, you just look at the difference, man. When your men date outside the race, they date outside the race for the right reasons. And they give you reasons why. And once again, when guys give you the reason why, so many of your black women will get upset.
But I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better than my race. I'm gonna keep
Like,
it 100.
define better. Define better.
Well, not better, because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know you said they were doing things better. I want to know what better meant.
Not better. I'm gonna change that.
I'm trying to save you for the
I know
for the
you
people,
is.
for
That's
the
what I'm
culture.
saying. Not better for the culture.
There we go.
Right. Not better. I was dating Puerto Rican, I was dating Dominican, I was dating African, I was dating all type of other really size American black, right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable
Give
with.
me some examples.
Oh man, I mean, their mannerisms are different. Like even my Indian one was from Syria.
And I know you didn't mean it when you were saying other races are better, right? But we hear that so much, like, oh, I like dating a Hispanic girl. You only dated one or two Hispanic girls. Like, why is it a full race? Like, you may have like a girl in high school that was black that broke your heart, but now all black women are trash. And it's not true. Like, it's so many black women, especially my friends that I know, they're so nurturing and loving and caring. And they're all those things that you said that was better in another race. But the only difference is that they're black. You know, like, so I don't get when people say that.
And I understand where you're coming from. And I think that a lot of times we're the only community as well where, you know, you might hear, you know, I don't need a man. And you have a lot of single black women. And I don't think that's, you know, we speak a lot of things that we may not necessarily intend to come across that way. But again, it goes back to our history.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I was saying we do intend it, though. We intend it because that's what we're taught. But again, because we don't know the history, we don't know why that comes out of survival. So I will have clients all the time who will say, oh, I don't want a black woman, Spirit, because y'all are too hard, y'all are too mouthy, y'all are too this, too. And I always say, well, what you're saying is that she's too much for you. You're not saying because you can't define what is too anything for somebody else. But also, if you don't understand the history, Black women have had to learn how to survive because they had to be taught the possibility that your husband or your father or your brother or your child can be taken from you at any moment, murdered, killed, sold, you name it. And so you cannot count on him always being there. And you have to be strong enough to keep going. You have to be motivated enough. You have to save your life and everybody else's life around you. So that was a survival technique. Black people, African American people are still in survival right now.
But then when you ask your black woman why you date outside your race, they can never give you a legit answer. Most of the time it's y'all black man ain't this, y'all black man ain't that. And you know what's funny? They sit up here and say, well, when y'all black men, we don't care if y'all date outside your race, but don't put us down in the process. And they will always say our reasoning as to why we date outside of our race is us putting them down automatically. That's it, automatically. And they even proved that on Anton Daniels show, where you had a sister named Jasmine Noel, where she's saying, well, you know, I feel like his response was corny. The dude not only answered the question, but he even tweaked it so he won't piss anybody off. And you are still mad at it, and you are still upset with it. And at the end of the day, it's his experience that he had with other women. And these are most black men's experience that they have with black women. But yet you get upset with that. So I mean, hey man, look, y'all let me know down below, man. I think a lot of our sisters, if y'all want to date outside your race, go ahead and do what you got to do. I would not tell you to give up on a good man if you find one. But a lot of these sisters go out the way to try to go date outside the race just so they can try to prove a point. And it's like, you're just gonna end up like Quinta. I'm pretty sure Quinta is your sister, man, who a lot of other sisters will look up to. Oh, well, you know, man, she's modest, she's this, she's that, she's dating some rich guy, man, yada yada yada. A lot of your sisters will look up to a relationship like that. But guess what? They're getting a divorce. When you look at Serena Williams, a lot of your sisters look up to Serena Williams or her relationship. But yeah, she has to change her culture, which any woman will, but she has to change her culture. And not only is she changing her culture, she's changing who she is as a person. You sitting over here bleaching your skin. You bleaching your skin. Y'all will simply call a man a sellout for dating outside of his race and giving you legit reasons. But then you will sit up here and praise Serena Williams for literally bleaching her skin and trying to look lighter and lighter every single day. Like, come on, man. The hypocrisy amongst the sisterhood. Do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel.